Yo les popo, yo les toto, yo les potos. Yo les mimi, yo les zaza, yo les amis. Salut tout le monde. Et oui, nous voici avec le dernier casse-tête du premier chapitre.
Their friends have fallen aside, retreating from what came next.
Bon là c'est pas difficile hein. Faut tous les mettre à la flotte.
The stranger had ventured on.
Attends que je dise pas de bêtises. Ouais, comment je fais là pour passer là? On va pas faire une connerie là. Mince. Ah, je peux pas y aller. Pourquoi? Ouais, je crois que j'ai fait une connerie. Bon, bah on recommence. Hein. Je crois que j'ai fait une connerie. On va recommencer. Hein. Ah là 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 là. Ok.
The stranger stood alone.
Bon, alors si c'est pas ça, c'est quoi? C'est ça normalement. Pousse celle-là.
Their friends have fallen aside.
Après, celle-là. Je t'attire
Retreating
jusqu'à
from
là.
what came next.
Hein. Et puis, comment je fais pour passer de l'autre côté, moi?
The stranger had ventured on.
Ah ouais, quel idiot. Comme ça. Bougre d'âne. C'est ça au moins? Attends. Bah ouais. Ouais je crois. Attends. Ça je peux pas la tirer. Ouais. On est d'accord. Ok, on est d'accord.
Now they were deep in the
Voilà.
woods.
Et puis, celle-là, bah je sais pas. Attends. Comment je fais là? Ouais, bah voilà, c'est tout. Après, j'ai juste à faire ça. Voilà. Puis je fais le tour. Voilà, ces deux-là, ça sert à rien de les pousser. C'est bon.
It felt so pointless.
Ouais. Ok.
The stranger spoke hesitantly. Is the campfire crowded? Let me gather myself. I'll see you there.
Alors, J'ai fini. Est-ce qu'on peut passer par là? Ouais. D'accord.
The stranger spoke. You look hungry, friend. You bring any broth with you? There's a cook in the swamp. Makes a broth like you wouldn't believe. Keep telling them that it doesn't taste right. They'll keep giving you more. Poor little worms. They didn't ask to be here. But how do you fish without them? One for me, one for the fishes. Slurp 'em down. They say catching a fish isn't the point. So I tell myself that. I tell myself that a lot. You saw the frog? Did the frog mention me? You ask the frog about me, see what they say. Actually, no, just... Please don't tell the frog how much I talk about them. I chased old Blue Betty round this pond for years. Best days of my life catching that fish. Had to use myself as bait. Stuck on me head ever since. If you need help catching anything, you just ask.
Ok. Alors, maintenant, il faut c'est retourner à la porte principale. Ça y est, on a fini là. C'est où la porte principale? J'ai carrément oublié moi. Bah non, hein, c'est pas par là. Hein. J'ai carrément oublié où c'est. Si je passe par là, ça va m'amener où? À la clé, non, c'est pas ça. Ah ouais, non, ça m'amène de ce côté-là pour libérer le perso, ouais, c'est ça. Ah! Ok. Voilà, toute la famille est là. Alors tiens, on va le faire parler pour rien. D'abord.
The door was sealed shut. The ghost said, "You have done all you can, little one. Your journey lies ahead. Little one, your journey ahead will not be easy. The path to leave this place is blocked. I will guide others to follow after you clear the way. There are others like me who can help. You will always be welcome here in the forest.
Voilà, maintenant, il faut parler
The stranger spoke.
avec
My
tous.
head feels clear for the first time. The stranger spoke.
Non,
My
c'est
head
déjà
feels
fait.
clear. With tears, the stranger said, I had forgotten what warmth feels like. The stranger said thoughtfully, I felt so alone. I was so lost. The stranger said, thank you for being so kind. The stranger thought, I feel ready to move on. The stranger said, take care of those you care about the most. The stranger whispered, be kind to yourself. Once again, Ember could feel eyes watching. Ember approached the forlorn.
Lui, il va pas vouloir mon aide.
They said, I know what I need to do. I don't want to be helped. Ember could not help. Not all problems were puzzles to be solved. Ember uncovered a journal entry. Dusk brings the longest shadows. The lanthorn comforts me. Soft melodies from home. The wild things listen, yellow eyes in greying trees.
Ah ouais. Bon alors ici il va falloir aller parler au roi. Ici on n'a pas la clé. Ouais non, on n'a pas la clé, on n'a pas la clé. Voilà. Ouais ici il va falloir qu'on trouve la corne la corne quoi. Donc lui si je lui demande là il va me dire que c'est pas bon. Toc. Oh je sais pas, vas-y allez, vas-y je les fais parler là. Histoire que vous continuez à comprendre l'histoire.
Yeah, I got so lost in the marsh, you know. Why go anywhere else if it's safe here? Yeah, never having to worry again. The birds scare me though. Do you know where we are? I've been walking forever, lost in the marsh. The guard squawked. Stand back, don't come any closer. The guard was protecting a path down between the rocks. Nothing down there but sadness and turning forlorn. Go see the Forest King. He'll set you straight. The Forest King showed me the way. You'll see there's no need to keep going. He'll make a bird of you. Go get your feathers.
Ok.
The guard joked. Another scrawny ember from the forest. And with a bag looking all nicely and shiny. Both guards started looking at Ember with a deathly stare. The guard leered. The Forest King would like you, little scruff. Yes, come a little closer. Let us see what's in that bag. We guard the door to the Forest King. Oh yes, we decide who gets to see the king. The Forest King will want to see you. Yes, yes, come this way. A feeling of foreboding overcame Ember. Ember was terrified but tried not to show it. The giant bird spoke softly. Another little Ember. Speak, little one. Do not fear. The bird is a friend. Ember wanted to feel safe. Oh, little Ember, birds won't hurt you. Birds will take another under our wing. Stay safe in the nest, you'll never turn forlorn. Ember was still afraid. Is it the night that scares you, little one? See, night is gone. Day is here. Birds will make the world less frightening. It wasn't only the night that frightened Ember. The bird was disappointed. Stay? No need to help, silly forlorn. Hope is false. Hope hurts little ones in the end. The Forest King spoke so gently to Ember. Perhaps they could rest here for a while. It was hard to know what else to say. Clever little Ember. You will stay. You will not turn forlorn. Search for hope no more. Now take this feather. Feather means Ember is one of us now. Birds keep little ones safe. Birds should never leave the nest.
Ah, il y a eu des moments que j'ai cliqué trop vite, hein. Désolé.
The guards seem pleased. Clever Scruff sticking with us. I can hold that bag for you. Leave them alone, they're one of us now. Yeah, one of us. And we all shares bags and things.
Pense qu'à ton sac, celle-là. Ok. Alors, ouais. Très bien.
The stranger wanted Ember's attention, being careful not to speak too loudly. You should get away from here while you still can. You can't trust the birds. I've heard there's another campfire in the marsh. Well, that's where I'm going if I can find a way down. The guard squawked. Stand back, don't come any closer. Nothing down there but sadness and turning forlorn. Go see the Forest King. He'll set you straight. Got your first feather, I see. Best prove yourself, Scruff. Stand watch here. Promise you won't let anyone pass.
Mais attends. J'ai remarqué un truc là. En réalité, ils sont déguisés. La tête de l'oiseau là, lui il regarde sa tête, mais en réalité ce sont des petits comme le mien, sauf que au lieu d'habiller de, ils sont déguisés quoi. On voit les yeux au milieu, regardez, au milieu à côté de leurs mains vertes. Ah ouais. Où se trouve tout le monde?
Where's the other little ones? I'm sure we don't know. They left the quick way. right over the walls. Ignore them. They're just having a little joke. Yeah, having a bit of jokes. It didn't feel like a joke to Ember. Don't stray too far. Ember didn't like deceiving the birds. But what choice did they have? They couldn't rest in that place forever. They had to keep going.
Non, on arrive au deuxième casse-tête et là franchement c'est casse-tête. Hein. Là ça casse la tête même. C'est tellement casse-tête que ça casse la tête. Ouais.
Hidden away was a scrap of journal. There were memories here, bound in rock. I hear their voices echo in the ancient stone. I find footprints by the cinders, a makeshift camp. This forlorn was not the same as the others. The forlorn whispered softly, "I know what I need, but I am not ready. I may never be ready. The future is yours, stranger. But mine is mine." Ember left the forlorn with their thoughts. The time wasn't right, perhaps would never be. Ember hurried away from the birds. The mist hung close to Ember, hiding them. The forest king seemed frightened, the birds cruel. Ember would rather risk turning forlorn than become like them. Ahead there would be others to help, and maybe a way to move on. Ember found a scrap of journal. I heard them coming. The snap of a twig, a flutter of birds. A figure dashing through the undergrowth. Another like me? The traveler seemed distressed. I'm sure it's fine. They'll be okay. But it's been a while since... It's my fault.
Alors là, les amis, c'est tout un truc. Hein.
The traveler whispered quietly, "No matter where I go, I always end up here. no matter where I go. Always here.
La première fois, je me suis perdu. On va voir cette fois-ci, si je me souviens. On va ramasser ça.
Hidden inside was the Wanderer's journal. Another face at last. A catcher of fish resting by a pond. We work together, silk and tar and aching fingers. My boat floats once more, though I almost wish to stay. The fog was so blinding, Ember was turned around.
Okay.
It looked like a map, but pieces were missing. The piece formed a new route. It was the same place as before, but how? In a haze they said, "You're just like me now, going round and round and round and never escaping." An eerie scene, like a moment frozen in time.
Attends, il n'y a rien d'autre là à prendre? Si.
Inside was a secret diary entry. Pink, orange, red, brown, leaves gently dancing to the ground. Crunch, crackle, lovely sound, fall into a giant mound.
C'est fermé. C'est donc pas ça. Ok, là normalement ça a changé.
A lost message was inside. The mist is thick. One way blurs into another. Where do I end? Where does the world begin? I cannot see far enough to tell. A section of bridge had somehow been ripped from its foundations.
Par là, je peux pas y aller.
The fog was so blinding, Ember was turned around.
Par contre, je peux aller à gauche. Ah, ça me fait revenir là. D'accord. Ça me fait revenir au tout début, je crois. Ouais. D'accord. C'est un casse-tête. C'est un casse-tête. Hein. Faut trouver des nouveaux chemins. Donc en déplaçant ces trucs-là. Là. Là, on va essayer. Je sais pas comment on pourrait faire. Je vais voir un peu. Là ça va là. Là comme ça. C'est déjà fait, hein, il me semble. Là on peut pas.
Gradually more of the map
Ah
was
ouais, comme
revealed.
ça. Ok. D'accord. Donc normalement ici, bah, je crois qu'on peut pas y aller. Ça va dire non.
The
Ouais, ça va
fog
dire
was
non.
so blinding, Ember was turned around.
Voilà. Et là, on peut aller que par là. Voilà. Voilà.
It was like the map had been broken on purpose.
C'est ça. Et donc là, on va tirer. Voilà. Chercher le dernier morceau. Bien, on n'a pas été voir vite fait. Je suis curieux. On va aller voir par là qu'est-ce qu'il y a. Ah, d'accord, ok. D'accord. Voilà. Et là, on place le dernier. Voilà. C'est bon. Maintenant, il faut trouver la bonne combinaison. Ça. Non, il en manque un. Hein. Non, c'est ça. Non, c'est pas ça. Ah mince. Ah, il en manque un. Ah, je croyais tous les avoir, mais il en manque un. Okay.
The mist revealed a secret place. Was it hidden on purpose? The stranger spoke. You know, part of me didn't want to be found. I said some things I shouldn't have. And now I'm lost, and it's too late.
Je regarde s'il y a rien. Non.
The skeleton looked peaceful. Held tightly in its hand was a red feather. The statue spoke, just as it once moved the hearts of the forlorn. The instrument you now hold has the power to move the world around you. Another before you took great effort to hide it deep within this riddle. The lanthorn began to glow. Ember found a secret note from the Wanderer. Something beckons. This place is not home. I trace the map in my head, recite the older myths. I have to move on.
Bah je suis bête, c'est pas celui-là. C'est celui-là. puisse se déplacer avec. Voilà, ouais.
Ember found a lost message. The smell of hot broth and hearty stew wafts across the swamp. By the cook's pot I meet another. They are on their own path, but we promise to meet again. There was one last place to reach on the map.
Ouais, je suis déjà venu. Par là, c'est fermé. Pour essayer comme ça, voir. Ici, y a rien. Non. Y a rien. Ah, attends, si, peut-être. Non. Il y aurait peut-être ce truc à pousser pour passer. Non. Je sais pas. Hein. De toute façon, je peux pas le faire passer là. Non. Ah, toujours là. Là, c'est fermé. Fermé.
The fog was so blinding, Ember was turned around.
Ah, c'est... Fermé.
The fog was so blinding, Ember was turned around.
Moi non, j'ai déjà été. Par là. Ah non, c'est pas ça, c'est pas ici. C'est ça, hein, il me semble. Hein, que. Il y en a que 3. trouver la bonne position, c'est tout. Ah, peut-être comme ça. Bon, je sais pas. Je sais pas, non. Non, je pense pas que ce soit ça. Non. Je sais plus. Non. Je crois que j'ai déjà été. Ouais. Je sais pas. Non, il en manque un. Je me rappelle plus comment il faut faire. Je sais plus. Je sais plus. Je sais plus, c'est pas ça. C'est pas ça. Ah, c'est un vrai casse-tête. Hein. Ouais. Non. Bon, y a rien. Voilà, là, je suis perdu. Je suis perdu.
Inside was a scrap of journal. In the orchard I meet the stranger from the cook's fire, a stranger no longer. Together we fill their satchel, food and memories for the road ahead.
Ouais. Parce que là, en haut, au fond, en haut, j'ai déjà été. Ah bah voilà, ça y est. J'ai trouvé. Ah oui. Ah mince, non. Non, non, c'est pas ça. C'est pas ça. Fais voir. Ah non. C'est dommage. Ouais, c'est dommage que ça passe rien ici.
fog was so blinding, Ember was turned around.
Non, c'est pas ça. Moi, c'est un casse-tête. Hein. Ah ouais, là, franchement, ça me casse la tête.
An ancient throne sits empty. No one remains to guide or protect, but we do not mind. My companion shelters with me now. We cannot help those left behind.
Ah ouais. J'ai bien envie d'abandonner, moi aussi, tiens. Bon. Par là, ça va m'emmener où? Ah, bah voilà.
Ember felt a great relief to be out of the mist.
Ouf. On est sorti du brouillard. C'est bon. Il était temps. J'en pouvais plus là.
The way through was ruined.
Le chemin n'était
By
plus.
the fog, Ember was sure they heard a rumble. Could that have been a tremendous snow?
D'accord. Passage.
Ember didn't mind
Youhou.
getting muddy. The slide was such fun.
Ah bah tu t'es bien sali là maintenant.